So good morning or good afternoon, depending where you are located. Thank you for joining us today. We have the chance to be with Jordi Vilaseca, the co-founder of Destination Spain and Portugal. So Jordi, the screen is all yours.
Okay, Dominique, it would help me a lot if you tell me how long can I be? Because I could be talking for a week.
All right,
here.
okay, so we need to do something. Usually, we like to do 30 minutes because everybody still is busy. And so if you can wrap it up in 30 minutes, that'll be lovely.
I'll try. I prepared 2 itineraries across Spain for today. I might be long and maybe I will only have time for one of them. Just raise your hand, Dominique, and tell me if I need to stop. Because when I start, these itineraries, one is both are based on the northern part of Spain, usually an unknown part, because people know a lot of Seville in the south and other places, but I wanted to focus in the north part of Spain now. That's why I put this green picture, because the northern part of Spain is green Spain. And the first itinerary is a gastronomy and wine-based itinerary. The second one, if I have time to explain that, is an itinerary to do with kids. So it's an itinerary conceived for families with kids from, let's say, 6, 7 years of age until 16, 17 years of age. So the activities of those tours are conceived for them. Whoops, okay. As I said, the first itinerary is Spain through its gastronomy and wines. About 10, 12 nights, covering 4 regions: Catalonia, Barcelona-based, Euskadi, the Basque Country in San Sebastian, La Rioja, which is our best wine region, and Madrid. The drivers are wine and gastronomy. So here we are. We start in Barcelona, fly to San Sebastian, and then by car to El Ciego in La Rioja and Madrid. We start in Barcelona. Okay, so stage 1 is Barcelona city, and here we suggest for this itinerary several hotels. One of those hotels is Almanac. It's the background where Dominique is seen now. Can you see the picture? We also, well, this is one of the rooms of the Almanac. We also suggest another hotel that we like very much, which is Alma, which is a little oasis in the heart of Barcelona. Or if you don't want to be in the top range of hotels, we also suggest Casa Mimosa, a lovely, lovely boutique hotel like this. And after these 3 suggestions for hotels, we have many more for you. We start on arrival on the first day. We start in the evening with a gastronomic tour across Barcelona. And this gastronomic tour will cover different types of tapas from all over Spain, but because in Barcelona we have everything in there. Dominique knows it. And this is just few images of what it can look like. So places that we go, drinks or wines or ciders that we try. And one of these gastronomic tours can even be wine pairing. So we adjust to what you look for. If you are with families, we will not be intense on wine, but if you are adults and you like wine, then that gastronomic tour will be wine-based as well. So that's just for a start. But then the next day, we will go for a visit to the fresh food markets and a cooking workshop in a very special place in Barcelona. We used to visit 2 different markets. One or the other. The first one is this called Santa Caterina Market. It resembles the modernist architecture, and it's a beautiful place to learn how we shop and how we source restaurants and families, how we source the produce for our local gastronomy. You will see the fish and seafood sector. You will see, this is the gate of the other market, La Boqueria. You will see the meat sector. You will see the fruit and vegetable part of it. And with your chef, as you see in the picture, you will be selecting that day best produce for your cooking workshop. And after this visit to the market, which takes about 45 minutes or more, you will walk from the market into this space in Barcelona. What is special of this place? Well, it has some glamour because it was the former family house of Columbus, the discoverer. So you will be in the heart of the medieval district of Barcelona, now refurbished and converted into a delicious atelier for cooking. This is intense. This is hard work. You will be working for your lunch that day after the purchasing in the supermarkets. But the equipment and the team is excellent. And the environment, the old stones of Columbus House are just beautiful. So this is the second day in Barcelona after gastronomy and wine. But we want this tour to be combined not only with gastronomy. We also may want to make sure that in this tour, your clients will also benefit to discover other things. And one thing I want to share, this is a recent news, is that we will do a modernist tour visiting different modernist sites in Barcelona. But the thing I want to share with you is that this is a picture of the Sagrada Familia temple few weeks ago, just few weeks ago. And that day we could finish the Virgin Mary Tower in the building. And this is the star that is on top of it. It is 5 tons weight, and it is lighted at night. So this was placed November 29th on top of the Virgin Mary Tower, which is, I tell you, it's beautiful. What you see on the right is with the wider tower, that's the Jesus Christ Tower, which will be double the height. And well, the star was placed there, and we have a new skyline in Barcelona. So it's lit, sorry, because we have the construction hoist still there, but it's really a special day. And I can tell you that the whole citizens of Barcelona, we were just looking how they lighted this star last December 8th. We will visit the Parkway, we will visit St. Paul Hospital. And if you are very much into modernism, you want to explore a little bit more, we will visit the rooftop of La Pedrera, which inspired George Lucas for the Star Troopers helmets. Or for example, the Music Palace, which is a beautiful concert hall. Next day, day 4 in Barcelona, we will invite you to go for a 1.5-hour electric bike tour across the vineyards. And after that, we will visit a special winery that we have there, Gramona. Gramona is a top winery where everything that they produce is done under the biodynamic approach, which means that everything you take out from earth, you have to return it. Otherwise, you are just impoverishing the land, and at the end, you will end up with nothing. So they use horses, they do special approaches to growing the grapes, like using very special natural materials. Falcons are part of the team to protect the grapes from birds eating them. And then you will visit the underground cellar, which is a very old cellar, and you will do a very special tasting of cava and wine. This is the owner, Mr. Xavier Gramona, at work. You will see them around because that's a family-run business. And we will have, after the visit and the tasting, either a brunch at the vineyards or a delicious, sophisticated lunch at the noble saloon that they have in the winery. You will learn a lot this day. You will learn what biodynamic approach is to wine production, which is something that is followed in all the leading edge winemakers in the world. Where are we going to eat in Barcelona? We are talking about the gastronomic tour, so we need to think of some restaurants. There are many of them, and we have a long list, but let me just mention possibilities. This is Shiroi, Kalanuri, for an informal lunch based probably on paellas by the beach. And you say, by the beach? Where is the beach? I promise, the beach is there. This is from the restaurant. So this is one option. The second one, if you want to be more sophisticated, is this Frutar. This is a 2 Michelin star restaurant. I have been there. It was a 3-hour experience and I finished exhausted. And I can tell you that last year it was named number 3 restaurant in the world. So it's a very special place to enjoy gastronomy. If you don't want things so sophisticated, you can try Petit Comité, 1 star by the chef Carlos Gach, which I know him personally. And one start built around local traditional Catalan gastronomy. Or if you want to be even more sophisticated, we can go to Abac. It's the top restaurant in Barcelona with 3 Michelin stars. So these are just ideas for a top gastronomic itinerary. But then from Barcelona, we fly into San Sebastian. San Sebastian is the birthplace of the best Spanish gastronomy, the highest concentration of Michelin stars in Europe. And all the Spanish gastronomy started here. Why is that? Well, because they have, let me say that for the Basque people, and Juncal, my partner in Destination Spain, she is from San Sebastian. I tell you, the food is a religion there. Food is the most essential part of life, food and wine, of course. And well, we are in San Sebastian, a beautiful small city, where I suggest either the Gran Hotel Maria Cristina, 5-star, most of you probably know it, but I have to say that this is a great hotel, but my favorite one is called Villa Favorita. It says it's a 4-star hotel. Actually, it's a 5-star, but because it's not big, it has 19 rooms, it cannot be a 5-star. But the service is excellent, and you have the rooms overlooking the bay. So just imagine how good is to be here in the first line in front of the beach. Here we will go for a walking tour of San Sebastian, which will be ended in what we call a pinchos lunch or a pinchos dinner. What are pinchos? Pinchos are slices of bread with different types of food on top of it, and these sticks. So you just go there, you choose what do you want to take, and then they will count the sticks and you will pay according to the number of sticks that you have been using. And this is the origin of San Sebastian's gastronomy. They have more than 5,000 different types of pinchos. And that's why the gastronomy there is so rich and why they are so much after food. They are all the days in the street eating and drinking. The second day in San Sebastian, already day 6 in the itinerary, we will go for a full day tour into Chacoli vineyards, which are vineyards of white wine produced by the ocean. This is a wine produced only with a variety of grapes in the area of San Sebastian. It's a lovely area. They produce the grapes, let me say, in a French approach compared to other parts of Spain. This is more a French approach. We are like, I don't know, half an hour away from France in San Sebastian. We will visit the vineyards and we will do the tasting of this delicious white wine. The landscape is beautiful. I told you at the beginning, this is green Spain. But after this visit to the winery, we will go and learn about another delicatessen from the Basques, which is Idiazabal cheese. And the cheese starts with the latcha, called latcha sheep breed, which is the type of, or the breed of these goats. And well, you will be really entrenched with the origin and how these goats are being taken care. And this is a hands-on approach, so you will be part of the breed, and you will see how this delicious cheese is produced. Hands-on, I promise. It's not like you go there and just taste it. No, you will be working there with this farm. This is a gastronomic tour. You need to learn where things come from. And then, of course, the cheese is aged in the shelves. And as a, I don't know, a suggestion for you is that the best gastronomy always is the most simple things. So this is the secret of Idiazabal cheese. A slice of toasted bread, olive oil, a slice of Idiazabal cheese, and a couple of anchovies on top. This is a God's meal, I promise. And it's very easy to do. If you are hungry, I'm hungry, I have my dinner soon. So I will have some anchovies with Idiazabal tonight. The day doesn't finish at the Idiazabal cheese farm. You will get to Getaria, a seashore town, where you will eat delicious fresh fish caught of the day. This is the way they prepared it, grilled. So one piece for everyone. So, okay, and the last day in the north part of Spain, because we don't only want to eat, we will get into Bilbao to visit the Guggenheim Museum, which I think is a jewel worth a visit, mainly for its architecture. Perhaps when you are there, there is a very interesting exhibition inside, but the architecture is the most important part, and our guides are experts in architecture. This was built by Frank Gehry about 20 years ago. And which type of restaurants are we going to suggest in San Sebastian? Well, my favorite one with 1-star Michelin is Asador Echevarri. All the names in Basque have X, K's, and double R, so get ready for that. This is a delicious place for meat. This is the place from outside. The second one I suggest is Arzac. Arzac with 3 Michelin stars. This man on the right of the picture is the father of all chefs in Spain. He is the master, and his restaurant, now run by his daughter on the left, is the cathedral of gastronomy in Spain. You cannot say I am someone who loves gastronomy and you have not eaten in this place. Just look at the shelves behind them. Every pot is a specific ingredient for the food. So this is really a laboratory. Also, one of my favorite ones is Aquelarre. Aquelarre is also a 3-star Michelin by the chef Pedro Subijana. It's by the sea. It's in a unique location. And just to imagine what type of food, what type of experience am I going to have here? Well, the name says everything. The name Aquelarre means orgy of witches. So this is what you will experience in this gastronomic palace. Good. From San Sebastian, we will be driven or drive into El Ciego. El Ciego is in the heart of La Rioja. This is a 1.5-hour drive, so not a long distance. And here we will stay at Marqués de Riscal Winery Hotel. It's a hotel designed and built by Frank Gehry, the same architect as the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao. But at the same time of a hotel, this is also a top winery in the region. So this is one of the wineries we will visit. But then our suggestion is that here we need to learn about different approaches to produce wine. One example is Baigorri. This is the winery. Everything is driven by gravity. They bring the grapes from the vineyards on top of this sort of pyramid, and nobody touches the grapes until the wine comes out. Everything works by gravity. It goes falling step by step, and the tracks with the wine come out from the bottom of this winery. So this is a very technological and modern approach, and they produce extraordinary wines. This is an example. Then we can go and visit Isios, what I call, this is the pixel winery, because it looks like a pixel image. They produce also excellent wines in a very special environment, but we can go into more traditional things like bodegas bilbaínas. This is tradition. Or in the town of La Guardia, these medieval caves where they age wine since 300 years ago. So this is El Fabulista winery, very good wines, and it's like reliving a legend of how wines were produced 300 years ago. In addition to the wineries, we will take time to explore the small towns in the area. This is one of the most beautiful ones. La Guardia is like a medieval town surrounded by medieval walls. Another perspective of La Guardia. This is San Vicente de la Sonsierra, another town. And if you look behind this town, you will see another church in the middle of the mountain. So it's one town after the other, and every one with a dozen or more wineries. Where are we going to eat while we drink these excellent wines in La Rioja? Well, this is Portal de Chaurren, a unique restaurant in the heart of this wine region with 2 Michelin stars. This is how it looks inside. We can also benefit from a delicious restaurant at Marqués de Riscal Hotel. It's 1-star Michelin. Or we can get to Venta Moncalvillo with 1 star, more normal, more traditional, but the food is excellent. We will be 2 nights here in La Rioja, and then we will move into Madrid. Drive. It's a drive of about 3 hours and a half. And we will take the chance to visit Madrid and to learn about this rather modern city for our standards. And here we would invite you to stay at the Principal Hotel, which is our favorite in Madrid. It's a hotel that, let's say, it doesn't have a door by the street. It just, you get into a small door and then they lift you up and you live in the rooms up the building and up the rooftop. But it's a beautiful hotel. But if you want top, you have the new Four Seasons Hotel in Madrid, or you have the new Ritz Mandarin just opened in Madrid. Both are just refurbished, just opened about 6 months ago. So it depends what you look. But we have plenty of options in Madrid. In Madrid, we will just invite you to discover the city, to visit the Royal Palace, which is an experience because it's a royal palace. This is like Buckingham. I mean, this is in use. It's not a museum. And then we will walk across the 17th century streets of the Austria's Madrid is called. We will stop at the chocolate shop because chocolate and churros, and this is a gastronomic tour, are the tradition in Madrid. So this is a must. And we will probably take these churros maybe at San Miguel Market, a former fresh food market now converted in an amusement center. We will be delighted with the jamon. Madrid is not an area where they produce jamon, but is where they eat more jamon in Spain. So we will benefit from their experience. We will go for an evening tapas dinner and we will try different food, like if you dare, for example, the escargot. Did I say it well, Dominic? Escargot? That's in French. Caracoles in Spanish. Caracoles in Spanish. Where are we going? Why did we go to Madrid? Just for visiting the Royal Palace and some tapas? Well, Madrid hosts one of the top restaurants of Spain and in the world. This is David Muñoz. He's married to a TV broadcaster, a lady, lovely lady. And he is a very special avant-garde chef with 3 Michelin stars at his Diver Show restaurant in Madrid. But we can be more traditional and go to Casalucio. Obama, Bill Clinton, George Bush, everyone has had a dinner here. So if you like to follow the steps of these high-level presidents, then you have to come here. Traditional food. If you stay at the Principal Hotel that I suggested before, we have the Attic 1-star by Ramon Freixa. Lovely food. Or if you want something more special, then I suggest Ramon Freixa with 2 Michelin stars in a very special, sophisticated environment like this one. And this is it. No more food, please. So this is the itinerary I was suggesting for as a gastronomic tour. You go across 4 different regions. You go across 4 different languages, and well, you will discover what is Spain about food and wine.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jordi. I think, because it's already like almost time, you have like 6 minutes or 7 minutes.
Oh, no. Then
well,
I will
you
not.
need more time. Huh? So we're going to do the family webinar a little later. And I don't know if there is any question for the last minute that we can share with Jordi. That was amazing, Jordi. I'm ready to go. I think it's such a great itinerary, not too much in each, but enough time. And then the combination of so many Michelin star restaurants. And I think it's wonderful. Huh? So anyone—
It can be Michelin stars. It can be Michelin stars or not.
Or not.
You can go. But if you want a true experience with gastronomy and wine, this is the itinerary.
Because that's what I said before. We need a fun trip together, and you take us to the tapas tour. For me, it's worthwhile. All the Michelin star, I think it's delicious. So in Spain, you're lucky that not only Michelin star are really delivering an amazing food. Huh? No, but it's nice to see how many you have. So let's see. I see in the chat box, Alejandra, incredible tour gastronómico y medio hambre maravilloso. Felicidades. Voilà. sending.
you.
Oh, Duki, you said you missed the first part, but we're going to be sending the recording. It's really, I think, a nice itinerary to promote, sell to your clients. It's 12 nights. And then if the clients had a little less, you can always cut a little bit in and out, or you can arrange that with Jordi. So Jordi will be sending you the follow-up and everything. Is there any other question before we say goodbye? And then we schedule another family tour for Spain at a later time. No? Thank you, Deborah. You said amazing. Thank you. All right. I'm going to wish you a good dinner, because you said you're going to have your anchovy with a special cheese. I noticed it too. Alors, let's see. I see one more. Elizabeth, you said thank you. Thank you to all of you for joining us. I am so happy you give so much information, so many secrets as well. But that's our travel advisor that gives them so much more thing to discuss with their client. Don't forget, anyone, that we have Let's Connect 365, Let's Connect 365. You can make an appointment, a 15-minute Zoom meeting with Jordi, and you can also invite your clients. We see more and more of you inviting your clients to discuss an itinerary, and you can tell Jordi in preparation. You have a little comment box when you take an appointment, and you can say, oh, can you prepare an itinerary for, I don't know, March 8 to 20? And then you discuss it with the client. So probably you save time. And I think everybody would get excited to see such a presentation, and we'll just say, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. That's what I think. Christine, thank you too. Let's see, one more maybe. Elizabeth. Yeah, all right. So I think we have all wonderful comments. Jordi, thank you very much, and see you soon again.
It's a pleasure.
Voilà.
Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, everyone, for attending this webinar.
So I'll send you the list, and you can send the recording, and then you do the follow-up as usual. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.